Imagine for a second, if your phone, that thing that always knows exactly where you are, could instantly, well, virtually teleport anywhere in the world.
Without moving an inch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're tricking your apps. They think you're climbing Everest or maybe grabbing coffee in Tokyo or just, I don't know, relaxing on a beach somewhere tropical.
The possibilities just kind of unfold, don't they? Like
Yeah.
a massive virtual map.
Right. So welcome everyone to this deep dive. We're looking into the, honestly, fascinating world of GPS spoofing today. Specifically, we're focusing on a tool called iAnyGo.
Our mission really is to unpack what this software is all about. How does it let you do this virtual travel?
And what are people actually doing with it?
Right.
From gaming, maybe, to protecting your privacy. But like anything this powerful, there are downsides, right? So we need to talk about using it responsibly, too.
Definitely. There are always trade-offs.
Get ready for some, hopefully, aha moments. We're going to explore how this tech kind of reshapes things, from playing games to connecting with people, and why, understanding how it works is becoming more important.
It really is.
So let's start at the beginning. When we talk about this GPS spoofing, what does that actually mean? And where does iAnyGo fit into all this?
Oh, so iAnyGo is basically a software tool. It's designed specifically to simulate, or like you said, spoof your GPS location.
Okay.
And it works on both Android and iOS devices, which is pretty handy. Essentially, it makes your phone believe it's somewhere else entirely. Physically, you haven't moved, but your phone thinks it has.
Right.
Its main job is letting you virtually jump anywhere globally. And then, maybe even more interestingly, it lets you simulate moving around in that new virtual spot.
Okay. Tricking our phones, making them think they're somewhere else. That virtual teleport ability, it sounds like it could be used for a lot of different things.
Oh, absolutely.
What are some of the maybe immediate or even surprising ways people are actually using this kind of tool?
Well, the uses are pretty varied. And sometimes quite clever, actually. You mentioned gaming for augmented reality games, like Pokemon Go is the classic example.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
Right. Users can virtually walk around. They can go to different areas, catch Pokemon maybe only found there, visit Pokestops, battle in gyms,
Yeah.
all from their living room.
So it kind of levels the playing field for people who can't physically get around easily?
Exactly. Or maybe live in areas with fewer points of interest. But it's not just games. Think about social media or dating apps.
Ah, okay. How does it work there?
Well, you could appear to be in a different city or even a different country. So you can interact with people from those places, maybe practice a language, or just, broaden your social circle virtually.
Interesting. Raises questions about authenticity, though, doesn't it?
It does, definitely. And then there's privacy, a big one. You can use it to mask your real location. In a world where, let's face it, location data is gold, that's a pretty powerful feature.
I can see that being really valuable.
And for developers, it's great for testing. They can check how location-based features in their apps work in London, then Tokyo, then New York, without leaving their desk.
Saves on airfare.
Exactly. And of course, there's the fun side. Pranking your friends.
Yeah.
Sharing a fake location on WhatsApp or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I can see the group chat chaos now. Everyone's suddenly on holiday somewhere ridiculous.
Totally.
So it's not just about jumping from A to B. It sounds like there's a lot of control involved. What are the specific features iAnyGo offers that make all this, this sophisticated movement possible?
Yeah, control is key. It does have a simple one-click location change. Just bang, you're somewhere else instantly.
Quick and easy.
But for more nuanced movement, especially in games, there's a GPS joystick. That gives you smooth 360-degree control. You can really navigate precisely.
Like using a controller for your virtual feet?
Sort of, yeah. And then there's route planning. This is really useful. You can set multiple points on a map, create a whole custom path.
Like a little virtual road trip.
Yeah, exactly. You can set it up as a simple 2-point trip or a journey with lots of stops. And you can even set the speed walking, cycling, driving speed.
Ah, so it looks more realistic to the apps tracking you.
Precisely. Makes the simulated movement seem much more plausible. Plus, it works on both Android and iOS. And a big plus for iOS users, usually no jailbreak needed.
Oh, that's significant. Jailbreaking can be risky and void warranties, right?
Yeah, it bypasses Apple's security, so avoiding that is a major advantage. And it generally works with most location-based apps out there, social, dating, navigation, you name it.
It's pretty fascinating how precise and customizable this virtual movement can be. It really opens up a ton of scenarios.
It really does.
But, okay, this sounds incredibly powerful, almost Too powerful. Is there a catch? What are the downsides or the risks we need to think about with tools like iAnyGo?
That's a really important question. Because yes, while the upsides are clear, there are definitely potential negatives. Probably the biggest one, especially for gamers, is the risk of getting banned.
Right, the game ban hammer.
Exactly. Even though tools like iAnyGo often have features to try and avoid detection, using location spoofing, particularly in competitive games like Pokemon Go, carries a very real risk. Your account could get suspended or even permanently banned.
And that risk applies to any spoofer, not just this one.
Correct. It's inherent to the activity if the game developer is actively looking for it. Also, for some things, especially setting it up on iOS, you might need to connect your phone to a computer running the iAnyGo software.
So not entirely standalone on the phone itself sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on the feature in the iOS version. And costs, it's usually not completely free. There might be a free trial, limited features maybe, but to get everything, you'll likely need a paid subscription.
Okay, good to know.
You might also see some temporary GPS weirdness afterwards. Like, your phone might still think it's in the spoof's location for a bit.
Until you restart or reset things.
Usually, yeah. Restarting the phone or resetting location services normally fixes it. And like any software, occasional glitches happen. Some users report the joystick feeling a bit random sometimes, or the movement isn't perfectly smooth. Minor stuff, usually.
Still, those trade-offs, especially the ban risk, that's crucial. If you spent years building up a game account, that's a big gamble.
Absolutely. You have to weigh the benefits against that potential consequence.
Okay, so for listeners who are maybe curious about the nuts and bolts, could you walk us through generally how someone would actually set this up and use iAnyGo?
Sure. It's usually a two-part process. First, get the software onto your device. Second, tell your device it's okay to use these fake locations.
Right.
For Android, it's often simpler. You might just download the app from the Google Play Store. Pretty standard.
Okay.
For iOS, because Apple keeps things more locked down, it typically involves downloading software onto your computer, Mac, or Windows for the official TenorShare website. Then you connect your iPhone or iPad to the computer.
So the computer does the heavy lifting for iOS.
Often, yes. It helps manage the connection and inject the spoofed data. Now, the second part is enabling the mock location. On Android, this usually means going into your phone settings and enabling developer options.
The hidden menu.
Yeah, the one you unlock by tapping the build number a bunch of times. Then within developer options, you find Select Mock Location app and choose iAnyGo.
Gotcha.
On iOS, because you're often connected to the computer software, it handles a lot of that. You might just need to trust the computer on your iPhone, or maybe enable Apple's own developer mode on newer iOS versions, depending on the specifics. The key thing is, it often works without needing a jailbreak.
Which we said is a big plus.
Huge plus. After that setup, you launch iAnyGo, either the phone app or the desktop one. Then you choose how you want to move.
The different modes you mentioned.
Yeah. Exactly. Like one-stop movement, that's the instant teleport, or multi-spot movement to plan out a route with several stops, or the joystick movement for free roaming, manual control. There's also often a jump teleport mode, which lets you hop between preset spots, maybe with a cooldown timer.
Ah, the cooldown. We'll come back to that.
Definitely. So you pick your mode, select your location, or draw your path on the map, maybe set your speed, click start or move, and boom, your phone starts broadcasting that fake location.
And getting back to reality.
Usually pretty simple.
Yeah.
Most apps have a stop button or a return to real location option. If not, just restarting your phone almost always resets the GPS.
It's quite clever how it adapts, using different methods for Android versus iOS, leveraging what each system allows.
Yeah, it has to work within the constraints of each operating system.
Okay, so given how powerful this is and the risks we've talked about, especially for gamers, what are the absolute must-know safety tips? If someone's thinking about trying GPS spoofing, what should they keep top of mind?
Right, safety first, especially if you value your game accounts. The number one tip, honestly, is about realism, and that starts with the cooldown timer.
Explain that a bit more.
Okay, so imagine you're virtually in New York, 1 minute, and the next second you tell the game you're in Tokyo. That's physically impossible, right?
Ugh.
Games know this. Anti-cheat systems look for these huge instant jumps. The cooldown timer feature, which good spoofing tools have, basically forces you to wait an appropriate amount of time before making another big jump, based on the distance. You have to respect those cooldowns. Don't try to cheat the cooldown.
So patience is key to not getting flagged.
Absolutely critical.
Mm.
Tied into that is mimic realistic speeds. When you're simulating movement, set the speed to something believable. Walking pace, cycling speed, maybe car speed if your route makes sense for it. Don't set it to like Mach 5.
Okay, no virtual jetpack.
Exactly. And related to the cooldown, generally avoid frequent instant jumps across continents or vast distances. Even with cooldowns, doing it constantly looks suspicious. Try to simulate more natural travel patterns.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Yeah, practical tip.
Yeah.
Before you change your location in iAnyGo, it's a good idea to fully close location-dependent apps on your phone first, like force close the game or map app.
Like that.
It just helps ensure a smoother transition and might reduce the chance of the app detecting a sudden weird change while it's actively running. And the final, maybe most important point, just understand the risks. Always remember, no spoofer is 100% undetectable or risk-free, especially with games that are really strict about cheating. You use it at your own risk.
So really what this all boils down to is, yes, the technology offers this incredible virtual freedom, lets you bend the rules of digital geography, but you have to be smart about it.
You really do.
Responsible use, understanding the limits, understanding the risks, that seems crucial to actually getting the benefits without, facing those frustrating consequences like getting banned.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's about informed use.
So we've taken quite a deep dive today into iAnyGo. We've sort of peeled back the layers on how this GPS spoofing tool lets you virtually put your device anywhere on Earth.
We looked at the surprising ways people use it, getting an edge in AR games, sure, but also connecting globally, protecting privacy, even helping developers build better apps.
And we didn't shy away from the downsides. That risk of game bans is real, and we talked about the need for things like PC connections sometimes and the safety steps you absolutely need to take. The cooldown timer, realistic speeds, all vital.
Yeah, those safety tips are probably the most practical takeaway for anyone considering this.
And this whole conversation, it wasn't really just about one piece of software, was it? It was more about understanding location technology itself, how central it is to our digital lives, and how it can be manipulated sometimes for fun, sometimes for function, sometimes maybe less ethically.
It really touches on bigger themes of digital identity and presence.
So hopefully you listening now have a much deeper understanding of this specific corner of the digital world. It's niche, maybe, but the implications are pretty broad.
Definitely food for thought.
Which brings us to our final thought. As we wrap up, just consider this. If you personally had this power, this ability to instantly appear anywhere virtually, what's the very first place you'd explore?